Hey, John Keating here, Basement Tapes 165. Big shout out to Led Zeppelin for opening up. Appreciate you guys warming the crowd up for me. Always good to hear the old When the Levee Breaks, a song that they certainly didn't write, but benefited from. So cheers to Led Zeppelin. You've done it the right way. 1967 Tops, and we're talking about the 1967 Tops comic Pennants. And this is an interesting set that perhaps you've heard of, perhaps you haven't, but they were inserts, and we'll learn more here. But there's a lot of college football, some professional football, and all that stuff. I have four of these bad boys. Let's look at Beckett. 31 total there are, 26.29 average value, $815 total value. A set of these between $300 and $600. Kind of obscure, so perhaps that's reflected in the pretty steep price for cards that we most likely haven't heard of. The set was issued as an insert with the 1967 Topps regular issue football cards, as well as being issued separately. The stickers are standard size and the backs are blank. The set can also be found in adhesive form with the pennant merely printed on cardstock. They are numbered in the upper right-hand corner, although reportedly they can also occasionally be found without numbers. Many of the cards feature sayings or depictions that are in poor taste, i.e., sick humor. Perhaps they were discontinued or recalled before the end of the season, which would explain their relative scarcity. 31 of them. Let's look at their perceived value according to Beckett OPG. The top three would be Notre Dame, Denver Broncos, Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, Oakland, fat people in Oakland, it says, and New York Jets. So we'll get into that in a second. TCDB tells us 31 again, and the teams depicted here are the Air Force Falcons, Army Black Knights, Boston Patriots, Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos, Houston Oilers, Love You Blue, Kansas City Chiefs, Miami Dolphins, Michigan State Spartans, New York Jets, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Oakland Raiders, San Diego Chargers, and the Yale Bulldogs. Hall of Famers in here, none because they're all kind of team cards. Same with rookies, inserts and related. So, gosh, they were inserted into the 67 Tops cards that we'll get to later. Comments. No comments have been submitted. Trivia. No real trivia to speak of. So let's get to the packaging, I guess, which we'll see later on, I think, with the 67 football. So we'll do a quick run through there. Bam, looks beautiful. Let's get to the gallery because we'll go over every one of these cards here real quick once I figure out where the heck I am. Gallery, there we are. First card is the Naval Academy, and it has naval with an E and a belly button sticking out. Peel off pennant carefully. Copyright TCG, printed in USA. Of course, we're talking about the blank backs and number up in the upper right corner, as we heard. City College of Useless Knowledge is card number 2. Card number 3 says, My teacher looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Psychedelic State is card number 4. Card number 5 is the Minneapolis Miniskirts are on the rise, it says below that. 6 says School of Art, Go Van Gogh, G-O-G-H. Washington is dead. That's interesting. School of Hard Knocks is card number 8. Card number 9 says, If I see her, Alaska. Okay. Card number 10 says Confused State. So this is it's a hybrid, right? Card number 11 says Yale. Locks are tough to pick. Card number 12 says University of Transylvania. Card number 13 says Down with Teachers. Card 14 says They caught me cheating at Cornell. And there's a pair of glasses. Binoculars, whatever you call them. Pennant 15 says You're a fink if you don't root for the Houston Oilers. So here comes our AFL heroes from the Topps football license. Throw in some positive things about the Houston Oilers, but college again says I flunked out of college. I flunked out of Harvard, says card 16. 17 says disco tech. 18 says drop out you, has a gentleman on a dunce cap on a bar stool. Card 19 says polluted air will force us to wear gas masks. Of course, Air Force is prominent, and reading between the lines, polluted will us to wear gas masks. 20 is nuts to you. Okay. Let's see here. 21 is Michigan State Penn, and it has a gentleman in a prison outfit, in a prison, oddly enough. 22 says Denver Broncos, but if you read between the lines, it really says the girls in Denver look like Broncos. 23, same thing, Buffalo Bills, but really it says I left Buffalo without paying my bills. 24 says Army, but join the army of dropouts upon further review. 25 says Miami Dolphins, but really it says in Miami, I was bitten by 2 dolphins. Kansas City Chiefs has a card that says Kansas City has too few workers and too many Chiefs. The Boston Patriots card says everything is banned in Boston except Patriots. Card 28 says for the Oakland Raiders says fat people in Oakland are usually icebox Raiders. Okay. Card 29 says West Point, but really I'd go west if you just point in the right directions. The New York Jets card says New York skies are crowded with jets. Boy, interesting that these are not more popular. And the final card, card 31 for the San Diego Chargers, says San Diego police will press Chargers. Okay, so that was kind of a whirlwind in there, and Topps was trying real hard, I guess, to still be counter culture, even though music was doing that job just fine without some of these cards. But a fun set, a rare set, obviously, as we learned. And if you see them out there, let me know. I'll grab them all up from you because you probably don't want them, right? All right. Anyway, 67 Topps comic Pennants inserted into the 67 Topps football AFL cards. Basement tapes number 16555.